The ship was dying. Captain Vextai could feel it in the way the metal floor shook under his feet. The lights flickered on and off like dying stars. Warning sounds filled the air with their terrible noise. "How long do we have?" Vextai asked. His engineer, Clichter, looked up from the broken control panel. His 6 arms moved fast over the damaged parts. "Not long, Captain. The engines are almost dead. We need to land soon, or we will fall from the sky." Vextai looked at the small blue planet ahead of them, Earth. He had read about this world in the old files. The people here were young and had not yet learned to travel between stars. They were not supposed to make contact with such people, but now they had no choice. "Take us down," he ordered. "Find a place with no people." The ship Zephyros shook, harder as it fell through Earth's thick air. Pieces of metal fell from the walls. Sparks flew from broken wires. The crew held on tight as their ship fought to stay in one piece. Down on Earth, Jake Morrison was fixing an old truck engine when he saw the bright light in the sky. He stopped working and watched as something big fell toward the mountains. It was not a plane or a meteor. It moved too strange for that. "Lisa," he called to his neighbor. "Come look at this." Lisa Harper ran from her animal clinic next door. She was a doctor for animals and had seen many strange things. But she had never seen anything like this bright object falling from the sky. "What do you think it is?" she asked. "I don't know," Jake said, "but I think it's going to crash." They watched as the object disappeared behind the tall pine trees. A few seconds later, they heard a loud crash. Then they saw smoke rising from the forest. Jake grabbed his truck keys. "We should go see if anyone needs help." "Jake, what if it's dangerous?" Lisa asked. "What if someone is hurt?" Jake answered. Back. Lisa thought for a moment. Then she grabbed her medical bag. "You're right. Let's go." They drove down the dirt road toward the smoke. The forest was quiet, except for the sound of their truck engine. When they got close, they had to walk the rest of the way through the trees. What they found was like nothing they had ever seen before. A big ship lay broken in a clearing. It was made of strange metal that looked like it was from another world. Parts of it were still glowing hot. Steam rose from cracks in its surface. "My God," Lisa whispered. "It's a spaceship." Before Jake could answer, they heard voices coming from inside the ship. But the voices did not sound human. They made clicking and whistling sounds that no person could make. "Should we call the police?" Lisa asked. Jake thought about it. "They might take too long to get here. If someone is hurt, they need help now." They moved closer to the ship. Through a big crack in the side, they could see inside. There were beings moving around in there. They were not human. One of them was tall and thin with gray skin. Another looked like a giant insect with many arms. A third one seemed to be made of floating gas that glowed soft blue. "They're aliens," Lisa said in a quiet voice. "Yes," Jake said, "and they're hurt." They could see that the tall gray one was bleeding from his arm. The insect creature was trapped under a piece of metal. The gas being was flickering like a candle in the wind. Jake took a deep breath. "Hello," he called. "Out. We want to help." The aliens stopped moving. They looked toward the crack where Jake and Lisa stood. The tall gray one said something in his clicking language to the others. "We are friends," Lisa called out. "We are doctors. We want to help your hurt people." The aliens talked to each other in their strange voices. Then the tall gray one came slowly toward the crack. He looked scared, but also curious. Jake held up his hands to show he had no weapons. "My name is Jake. This is Lisa. We saw your ship crash. Are you hurt?" The alien looked at them for a long time. Then he pointed to himself and made a sound like Vextai. He pointed to his bleeding arm and made a sound of pain. Lisa opened her medical bag. "I can help with that cut," she said slowly. She showed him the bandages and medicine. "Help, heal, make better." Captain Vextai could not believe what he was seeing. These humans had found his crashed ship. They had found aliens from another world. But instead of running away or calling their soldiers, they wanted to help. They were offering medical care to complete strangers from the star's dot in all his years traveling the galaxy. Vextai had never seen anything like this. Most worlds either attacked first or tried to steal their technology. But these humans just wanted to help hurt people, even if those people were not human at all. He made his decision. "Yes," he said in his broken English. "Help ... please." Jake and Lisa carefully entered the ship through the crack. The air inside smelled strange, like metal and ozone. But they moved toward the hurt aliens without fear. Lisa began cleaning Vextai's wound, while Jake worked to lift the metal piece off the insect engineer. The gas being, who they learned was named Wisp, grew brighter as Lisa used her medical tools to help the captain. "Your friend under the metal," Jake said to Vextai, pointing to the trapped alien. "Heavy. Need more people to lift." Vextai understood. Jake was saying they needed more humans to help, but that meant telling more people about the aliens. Most species would keep such a discovery secret or use it for their own gain. "Call. Friends?" Vextai asked carefully. "Yes," Jake said without hesitation. "Good people. Help people. No hurt you." Lisa looked up from bandaging the captain's arm. "Jake's right. The people in our town are good. They will want to help." Vextai looked at his crew. Clickter clicked. Agreement. Wisp's glow showed calm colors. Even hurt and trapped, his engineer trusted these strange humans. "Okay," Vextai said. "Call friends." And so began the most unexpected first contact in the history of both worlds. Not with governments or armies, but with a mechanic and an animal doctor who simply saw hurt people and wanted to help. Jake called his friend Danny Kim on his phone. Danny was an electrician who lived in town. He was also someone Jake trusted with important things. "Danny, I need you to come to Miller's Creek. Bring your tools." "And Danny, what I'm about to tell you will sound crazy, but I need you to trust me." "What's going on, Jake?" "A spaceship crashed. There are aliens here. They're hurt and need help." There was silence on the phone. Then Danny said, "I'll be there." In 20 minutes, Jake called Dr. Rodriguez next. Sam Rodriguez was the town doctor. If anyone could help with medical problems, it was him. "Sam, I know this sounds impossible, but I need you to come to the forest near my place. Bring your medical bag, all of it." "Jake, what happened?" "Are you hurt?" "Not me. But there are people here who need a doctor. They're not exactly people, though. They're from another planet." Sam was quiet for a moment. "Jake, are you feeling okay?" "Maybe you hit your head." "Sam, I'm fine. But I need you to trust me. These beings are hurt, and they need help. You became a doctor to help people, right? Well, these are people too, just not human people." "Okay, Jake, I'll come. But this better not be some kind of joke." While Jake made calls, Lisa continued helping the aliens. She had managed to stop the bleeding on Captain Vextai's arm. The gas being named Wisp was glowing brighter, which seemed to be a good sign. But the insect engineer Clickter was still trapped under the heavy metal. "We need more people," Lisa told Vextai. "Your friend is hurt bad." Vextai nodded. He understood more English than he could speak. "Friends ... come soon?" "Yes," Lisa said. "Good friends. They will help." The first person to arrive was Danny Kim. He drove his truck right to the edge of the forest and ran through the trees carrying his toolbox. When he saw the spaceship, he stopped and stared. "Holy cow," he whispered. "It's real." "Danny, thank goodness you're here." Jake said. We need to lift this metal piece off their engineer. He's been trapped for almost an hour. Danny looked at the insect creature under the metal. Clictor had 6 arms and looked like a giant praying mantis. His compound eyes looked at Danny with pain and hope. Don't worry, buddy, Danny said to Clictor. We're going to get you out of there. Dr. Rodriguez arrived next. He was a short man with gray hair who had been the town doctor for 30 years. He had seen many strange things in his time, but nothing like this. Jake, when you said aliens, I thought you meant people from another country, Sam said as he looked at the ship. Sorry, Sam. I know it's a lot to take in. Sam took a deep breath. Well, hurt is hurt. Let me see what I can do. Sam looked at each of the aliens. He worked with Lisa to check Captain Vextai's arm. The bandage was good, but Sam added some medicine to prevent infection. His body is different from ours, Sam told Lisa. But blood. Is blood? The cut is clean and should heal well. Then Sam looked at the gas being. How do I examine someone made of gas? He asked. Wisp seemed to understand. The gas being formed into a more solid shape and pointed to areas that hurt. Sam could not touch Wisp, but he could see that the alien was getting stronger. I think he's okay, Sam told the others. But we need to get that metal off the other one fast. More people started arriving. Betty Collins, the town mayor, came. With her husband Ron, they brought rope and a truck winch. Corinne Walsh, the high school science teacher, arrived with her son Alex. She brought first aid supplies and blankets. Jake called us, Betty said. He said you needed help with some visitors. They're not exactly visitors, Jake said. They crashed. Betty looked at the aliens and then at the humans helping them. Well, visitors or not, they're hurt and they're in our town. That means we take care of them. Mom, are those real aliens? Alex asked his mother. They look real to me, honey, Corinne said. And they need our help. Alex was 16 and not afraid of anything. He walked right up to Captain Vextai and said, Hi, I'm Alex. Welcome to Earth. Vextai looked at this young human who showed no fear. Hello, Alex. I am Vextai. Thank you for ... helping. Your English is pretty good, Alex said. How did you learn it? We study many languages, Vextai explained. But we are not good at speaking them. That's okay, Alex said. We can teach you, and maybe you can teach us your language too. While Alex talked with the captain, the adults worked together to free Clictor. Danny had attached his truck winch to the metal piece. Ron Collins used his truck to pull, while Jake and Sam lifted from the other side. On 3, Jake said. 1, 2, 3. The metal piece lifted just enough for Clictor to pull his injured leg free. The alien engineer made clicking sounds that everyone hoped meant thank you. Dr. Rodriguez examined Clictor's leg. It's broken, but not too bad. We need to set it and keep it still while it heals. Can you fix alien bones? Lisa asked. Bones are bones, Sam said. The shape is different, but the idea is the same. Corinne Walsh had brought materials from her science classroom. She and Alex worked with Captain Vextai to set up a simple communication system using pictures and numbers. Math is the same everywhere, Corinne explained. Numbers mean the same thing to everyone. Soon, they had a basic way to talk with the aliens. The aliens could point to pictures to show what they needed. The humans could show pictures to ask questions. By evening, the aliens were safe, and their worst injuries were treated. The ship was still broken, but Danny had looked at the engines and thought he could help fix them. We need to figure out where they can stay while we repair their ship, Betty sighed. They can't sleep in that broken ship. They can stay at my place, Jake offered. I have a big barn they can use. Are you sure that's safe? Ron asked. Captain Vextai heard this question. He stood up slowly careful not to hurt his bandaged arm. "We will not hurt you," he said in his careful English. "You help us. We are grateful. We will not bring danger to your home." Betty looked at the alien captain. He was clearly tired and still in pain from his injury, but his voice was honest. "Okay," she said, "but this has to stay secret for now. We don't want government people coming here and taking our new friends away." "Agreed," everyone said together. That night, the aliens slept in Jake's barn on soft hay and warm blankets. The humans took turns watching over them to make sure they were safe. It was the beginning of something that would change both species. Forever Dot, as Captain Vextai lay in the soft hay, he thought about what had happened. These humans had found them, helped them, and offered them shelter. They asked for nothing in return. In all his travels across the galaxy, he had never seen anything like it. Maybe these humans were not as primitive as the Federation believed. Maybe they had something that most advanced species had lost. Maybe they had learned the most important lesson of all, how to be kind to strangers. 3 days had passed since the crash. The aliens were getting stronger, and the humans were learning more about their new friends each day. Captain Vextai could now speak better English, and the other aliens were also learning human words. Every morning, people from the town came to Jake's farm to help. They brought food, tools, and most importantly, they brought kindness. The aliens had never seen anything like it. Wisp, the gas being, was especially interested in human feelings. Wisp could see emotions as colors and shapes. When humans felt happy, Wisp saw bright yellow light. When they felt sad, Wisp saw blue clouds. When they felt love, Wisp saw warm red glows. "Your people feel so much," Wisp told Karen Walsh one morning. "Most beings in the galaxy feel only fear, anger, or want. But humans feel many things at once." Karen was helping Wisp learn about human books. "Yes, we do feel a lot. Sometimes. Too much. But we think feelings make life worth living." "Even sad feelings?" Wisp asked. "Even sad feelings," Karen said. "When we feel sad for others, it makes us want to help them. When we feel sad about bad things, it makes us want to fix them." Alex was teaching Captain Vextai about human history. He showed the alien captain pictures on his tablet computer. There were photos of people helping during floods, earthquakes, and storms. "See this?" Alex said, pointing to a picture. "This was during a big flood last year. People made a chain with their bodies to save strangers from the water. They didn't know these people. They just saw that they needed help. Vextai studied the picture. They risked their lives for strangers? Yeah, that's what we do," Alex said like it was the most normal thing in the world. "When people are in trouble, we help. It doesn't matter if we know them or not." Vextai had trouble understanding this. "But why? What do they gain?" Alex looked confused. "Gain? They don't gain anything. They just help because it's the right thing to do." Dr. Rodriguez was working with the alien medic Skerdin. The reptilian doctor had been badly hurt in the crash, but he was healing well. Sam was teaching Skerdin about human medicine. "This is interesting," Skerdin said in his hissing voice. "You give your blood to strangers?" "Yes, all the time," Sam said. "People donate blood so that hospitals can save lives. They don't get paid for it. They just do it to help." "And you give parts of your bodies to others?" "Sometimes," Sam said. "If someone needs a kidney or part of a liver, and we're a match, we might give it to them, even to people we don't know." Skerdin shook his scaly head. "In my world, we only heal family members. Sometimes close friends if they pay well. But strangers? Never." "Well, here we think all people are worth saving," Sam said. "Rich or poor, friend or stranger, young or old. Everyone deserves help when they're hurt." Danny Kim was working with Clicker to fix the ship. The insect engineer was amazed by human tools and methods. But he was more amazed by something else. You work so hard on our ship, Clicker clicked to Danny, but you ask for nothing in return. Why? Danny was lying under the ship, fixing some wires. Because you need help, and I can help you. That's enough reason for me. But we are not your people. We are not even your species. So what? Danny said. You're hurt, you're far from home, and you need help. That makes you my problem to solve. Clicker had never heard anything like this. Where he comes from, beings only help their own kind. Sometimes they didn't even help their own kind if there was nothing to gain. Lisa was taking care of the aliens' medical needs, but she also spent time just talking with them. She wanted to understand how they lived and what their worlds were like. Tell me about your homes, she said to Vextai one evening. My world is called Nexus Prime, Vextai said. It is a big city world. Everyone lives in tall buildings. People work for the government or big companies. Everyone has a job to do. Do you have families? Friends? We have work groups, Vextai said. People. We work with, but we do not spend time together unless we have to. That sounds lonely, Lisa said. Lonely? Vextai did not know this word. Sad, empty, like something is missing, Lisa explained. Vextai thought about this. Yes, I think many of us feel this way, but we do not talk about it. Why not? Because talking about feelings is not useful. It does not help us do our jobs or make money. Lisa felt sad for the alien captain. Vextai, feelings are not about being useful. They're about being alive. They're about caring for each other. That night, Father Miguel Santos came to visit the aliens. He was the priest at the local church, and he wanted to meet the visitors from the stars. I heard about your new friends, he said to Jake. I thought they might like to know that they're welcome here. Miguel sat with the aliens around a fire that Jake had built. The flames danced in the darkness, and the stars shone bright above. Them. Do you have religion on your worlds? Miguel asked. We have science, Vextai said. We know how things work. We do not need to believe in things we cannot see. But do you believe in love? In kindness? In helping others? Vextai was quiet for a long time. We did not believe in these things before we came here. We thought they were weaknesses. And now? Now we see them everywhere. In everything you do. Maybe they are not weaknesses. Maybe they are the most important things of all. Miguel smiled. You know, we have a saying, God is love. Maybe what you're seeing here is what makes us human. Our ability to love strangers, to help without asking for anything back, to care about people we've never met. Wisp glowed brighter. I can see. The love, the gas being said. It shines from all of you like light. It connects you to each other. Even to us. That's right, Miguel said. Love doesn't care about species or planets, or what someone looks like. Love just cares about helping and sharing, and being kind. Over the next few days, the aliens saw more examples of human kindness. They saw Alex giving half his sandwich to Clicker when the alien engineer was hungry. They saw Betty Collins bringing warm clothes for them when the nights got cold. They saw Ron Collins working late into the night to help fix their ship, even though he was tired from his day job. They learned about human charities, organizations where people gave money and time to help others. They learned about volunteers who worked at hospitals and schools for free. They learned about people who adopted children who had no parents, not because they had to, but because they wanted to give love to someone who needed it. I do not understand, Scaredon said to Dr. Rodriguez one day. Why do humans help so much? What is the purpose? Sam thought about this question. I guess the purpose is to make the world better, to make sure everyone has what they need, to make sure no one is alone or forgotten. But you cannot help everyone, Scaredon said. No, We can't help everyone, Sam agreed. But we can help someone. And if everyone helps someone, then everyone gets helped. Captain Vextai was beginning to understand something important. These humans were not primitive. They were not weak. They had discovered something that his advanced civilization had lost long ago. They had learned that helping others was not just good for the people being helped. It was good for the people doing the helping too. It made them feel connected to each other. It made them feel like they belonged to something bigger than themselves. It made them feel like their lives had meaning and purpose. For the first time in his life, Captain Vextai felt like he understood what it meant to be truly alive. After 2 weeks of working together, the ship was almost ready to fly again. Danny and Clitter had fixed the engines. Dr. Rodriguez had healed all the injuries. The aliens were healthy and strong again, but Captain Vextai had a big problem. His orders from the Kepler Federation were clear. He was supposed to find new worlds that could be useful to the Federation. Earth had many resources that the Federation wanted. The planet had water, metals, and good places to build cities. Vextai was supposed to report back about Earth. He was supposed to tell the Federation where to find this planet. Then the Federation would come with big ships and take what they wanted. The problem was that Vextai no longer wanted to do this. He had seen what humans were like. He had learned about their kindness and their love for others. He knew that if the Federation came to Earth, they would hurt these good people. "What troubles you, Captain?" Wisp asked one evening. The gas being could see that Vextai's emotions were dark and worried. "I have a choice to make," Vextai said. "And both choices are bad." Wisp glowed with concern. "Tell me about this choice." Vextai explained about his orders from the Federation. He told Wisp about how the Federation worked. They found planets with useful things. They took those things. They did not care about the people who lived there. "But these humans helped us," Wisp said. "They showed us kindness. They taught us about love." "Yes," Vextai said. "And if I follow my orders, the Federation will come here. They will take Earth's resources. They will make the humans work for them. They will destroy this beautiful way of life." Wisp was quiet for a long time. "Then do not follow your orders." "If I do not follow my orders, I will be a criminal. My crew will be criminals. We can never go home again." "Then we will find a new home," Wisp said, "together." The next morning, Vextai called his crew together. Clitter, Wisp, and Scaredin sat with him under the big oak tree on Jake's farm. "I need to tell you something," Vextai said. "Our mission here was not just to explore. We were sent to find worlds that the Federation could use. Earth is one of those worlds." His crew was quiet. They had suspected this might be true. "What will you do?" Scaredin asked. "I will not report Earth's location to the Federation," Vextai said. "I will tell them that this planet is not useful. I will lie to protect these humans." "That is treason." Clitter clicked nervously. Double quotes. "Yes, it is," Vextai said. "And if you want to report me, I will understand. But I cannot hurt these people. Who helped us?" Scaredin hissed thoughtfully. "These humans saved my life. They gave me medicine and care when I was hurt. I will not betray them." "I agree," Wisp said. "These humans taught me about love. I will not let anyone hurt them." Clitter was the last to speak. "In my world, we only care about efficiency and profit. These humans showed me that there are more important things. I will stand with you, Captain." That afternoon, the aliens told the humans about their decision. They gathered in Jake's barn where they had been staying. "We need to tell you something," Vextai said to Jake, Lisa, and the others. "We were not just explorers. We were scouts for our government. We were supposed to find worlds that they could take and use." The humans were quiet. This was not what they had expected to hear. But we will not report Earth, Vextai continued. We will tell our government that this planet has nothing they want. We will protect you. Why? Jake asked. You could get in trouble for this. Because you showed us what we had lost, Vextai said. You showed us how to care about others. You showed us that helping strangers is not weakness, it is strength. Alex stepped forward. What will happen to you if you don't report us? We cannot go home, Vextai said. We will be criminals. We will have to find somewhere else to live. Then stay here, Betty Collins said. You can live in our town. We have room for you. But we are not human, Scaredon said. We are different. From you. So what? Danny said. You're good people. That's what matters. We can help you build houses, Ron Collins offered. We can help you start new lives here. And we can learn from each other, Corinne Walsh added. You can teach us about the stars, and we can teach you about being a community. The aliens looked at each other. They had never expected this. Even after learning about their secret mission, the humans still wanted to help them. You would do this for us? Wisp asked. Even though we came here to spy on you? You changed. Your minds, Lisa said. You chose to protect us instead of hurting us. That shows us who you really are. Besides, Miguel Santos said, everyone deserves a second chance. Everyone deserves to be part of a family. But Vextai shook his head. We are grateful for your offer, but we cannot stay. If we stay, someday the Federation might find us. That would bring danger to your world. Then what will you do? Sam Rodriguez asked. We will find other worlds, Vextai said. Worlds where people like us can live. We will start our own community. We will try to live the way you have taught us. But before we go, Scaredon said, we want to give you something. The aliens brought out small devices from their ship. They gave one to each human. These are medical scanners, Scaredon explained. They can find sickness in your bodies before you feel sick. They will help you stay healthy. And these are communication devices, Wisp said, giving out other small objects. If you ever need to talk to us after we leave, you can use these. We will always be your friends. And this, Clichter said, handing Danny a small box, is a power generator. It will give you clean energy forever. It will not hurt your planet. Jake looked at all the gifts. This is amazing technology. But why are you giving it to us? Because you gave us something more valuable, Vextai said. You gave us your hearts. You showed us how to love and care for others. These gifts are small compared to what you gave us. On the last night before the aliens left, the whole town had a party. They cooked food on big grills. They played music and danced. The aliens tried human food, and the humans tried alien food. Everyone laughed and told stories. I will miss this, Wisp said, glowing with happy colors. I will miss the warmth of human friendship. We will miss you too, Alex said. But we will always remember what you taught us. What did we teach you? Clichter asked. We learned everything from you. You taught us that kindness can reach across the stars, Alex said. You taught us that friendship has no borders. The next morning, the aliens prepared to leave. Their ship was fixed and ready to fly. The whole town came to say goodbye. Remember us, Lisa said as she hugged Captain Vextai. We will never forget. Vextai promised. You changed our lives. You made us better people. You will always have a home here, Jake said. If you ever want to come back, you are welcome. The aliens boarded their ship. The engines started with a low hum. Slowly, the ship lifted off the ground and rose into the sky dot as they watched the ship disappear into the stars. The people of the town felt both sad and happy. They were sad to see their friends go, but they were happy that they had been able to help them. Do you think they will be okay? Alex asked his mother. I think they will be fine, Karen said. They learned the most important lesson of all. They learned how to love. High above Earth, Captain Vex Tai made his report to the Federation. Planet Earth is not suitable for colonization, he lied. The atmosphere is toxic to most species. The resources are poor quality. We recommend avoiding this system. Then he set course for the far edge of the galaxy, where he and his crew would find a new home and build a new life based on what they had learned from humanity. Years later, when other alien ships came to Earth, they found a world that was ready to welcome them with open arms. The humans had learned that they were not alone in the universe, and they had learned that kindness and love could indeed reach across the stars. The aliens had come looking for repairs to their ship, but they had found something much more valuable. They had found humanity's heart, and in finding it, they had found their own.